Hi, beautiful. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Welcome back. It's so good to have you back here. And if you're just hearing my voice for the first time, my name is Akam, and I like to talk about, spiritual lessons that I am learning on my life journey and invite you into my world and hopefully you take something away that you can apply to your own life. And I also like to share these stories, through the lens of my creative practice. So in this video, I am constructing a pot holder for my kitchen. And yeah, so let me get into it. So today I want to talk about this spiritual practice of trusting yourself, trusting your voice, and trusting your intuition, right? And this practice has been something that I have been honing for the past 3 years, like consciously honing for the past 3 years, because I got to a point in my life where I was like, yeah, I don't really think I like I don't think I like what I am experiencing. I don't think I like the experiences I'm having so far in, my career life, with friendships, with, different facets of my life. I was like, I really need to go inside and figure out what is happening. Like, because I really feel like everything, that we experience starts from the inside in terms of, whatever it is, whether it's career, whether it's relationships, whether it's, whatever life experience, right? I feel like it really starts from the inside, and the spiritual people would say it's self-concept, right? It really starts with what belief systems, what attitudes, what's the mentality around this thing, what are you holding on to? And that has really served me well, like in terms of honing in on the practice of trusting my voice, trusting myself, trusting my intuition. It has really served me well to, build and exercise that muscle. And I've really been thinking about this practice lately, right, as I go through another uncertain period in terms of my career. So just, to give a little bit of context, I was working a privacy role with one of the big retailers in Canada, and that experience didn't go well for me. It did not go, as planned. I remember before I started, I was pretty excited about it, but then in the midst of doing the role, doing the work, I just kind of found that it was not a good fit for me. And I don't want to go into that, why it wasn't a good fit in this video, but and then I really, really had to like draw in on the practice of trusting my voice and trusting myself. And this practice is something that I have always, honed in on, right? Like when I made the decision to move to Toronto without any sort of tangible thing to hold on to, right? Like I could have picked anywhere in the country because I had the opportunity to, but I chose Toronto because I wanted to experience that city life, wanted to experience my career in a big city, and just wanted to live here and just get that feel for what it's like to live in a city like this. And at the time, everybody around me was like, "Oh, you want to move to Toronto? Oh my God, Toronto is so expensive. And it is expensive. Toronto is, it's such a big city. It's where would you stay? Where would you live? Where would you work? Like there were all these questions that were coming, and I really did not have an answer for anybody because I did not know what the next steps were. Obviously, I was, job hunting and looking for something to, a role to do in the privacy space, but I did not have a job offer before I made the jump, right? Like I made the jump without having anything tangible to like point to like, oh yes, I have that to do. I'm going to be living here. I just took that leap, right? But then I trusted that voice inside of me that reassured me that everything was going to be okay, that reassured me that I was going to have the apartment, I was going to have the job, I was going to have the community, I was going to have, like, I trusted that voice that assured me that those things were going to come, it was going to happen for me. And so I took the leap, and lo and behold, the things actually happened. I got the apartment, I got the job, I was in community with people. So I say all of that to say that, doing that trust practice really helps to strengthen that muscle, that trust muscle. It really helps to, and I heard this from a spiritual mentor recently, like you have to like build, it's almost like building mileage. You have to building like history of something. You have to build that muscle so that when you are met with another opportunity where you have to follow that nudge or trust your voice, you look back to all the times where you did trust your voice and how things worked out for you. So now I'm trying to apply that in my current experience where I am navigating this uncertainty in my career. And I don't really want to call it uncertainty because my intuition has been telling me, giving me pointers of things I could do, what I could, start working on to, sort of help me in my career. And I am following that voice. I am doing the things that my intuition has been telling me to do. And I know that I'll be much better off for it, right? Because I just came to the realization that I really don't have to do things the same way I've been doing them. Like I can change things. I can switch things up. I can do new things. I can be experimental. I could experiment new ways of doing or having my career. I don't have to just do it in one type of way. So that's something I'm exploring currently. But this practice of trusting your voice is such an important practice, as we continue on our life journeys. This is a practice that I believe we should hold on to, and a practice we should continue practicing, because the more we do it, the better we are at it, the faster we are to listen to the voice, the quicker we are to consult it first, and it starts to run in an automatic way. Before you know it, that's the only voice you're consulting, that's the only wisdom you're seeking that internal wisdom, that internal guide that lives within you, which is really spirit's voice that lives within all of us. But it's just that we have to really slow down and tune in to really listen to what it's trying to tell us, or what she's trying to tell us, because I like to, spirit is a woman to me, okay? So I just want to encourage you, if you're listening to me, right, so start with simple things. You can start small, right? If it's not something you are used to, if it's not something you do, just start small. Like, for example, what do I really want to do today? What do I want? Like, for yesterday, I had this, my head was really foggy, like it was feeling very heavy. I wasn't really doing too well. And we had a stormy weather, all through yesterday. But then today, I was like, okay, what should I do? Because I don't want to be in the same funk I was in yesterday. And I just had this nudge to go on a walk and just to, just go in nature and just, take deep breaths and just, admire nature basically. And this is something I like to do. I like to go on walks almost every day just to, ground myself, right? And I did that today. And when I got back from the walk, I was feeling very relaxed. Like the foggy head has cleared. I feel a lot better. And that's exactly, the kind of experiences you have once you trust yourself and follow the nudgings that you have. And that's, you also have that reassurance that you actually be good in life, you actually be okay once you have that connection with yourself, that I trust myself. I trust the wisdom that I hold, because we come with so much life experience. Like, you've experienced life in so many different ways, you've done so many different things, and we have to start leaning into all of that, right? Leaning into the wisdom that comes from those experiences, leaning into the wisdom that comes from spirit's voice that lives within us. And I just want to encourage you to please continue that practice, or start the practice if you have never tried to trust your voice. If you have never attempted to, I just want to encourage you to start that practice. You'll be better off for it. Your life will feel good. Your life will be much better for it. And it's such a practice that is, like, the fulfillment that comes from that is just out of this world. It's undescribable. And I just feel like it gives you such a fulfilling and joyful life, which is, I think, the values we should aim for, right? We should aim for living a life that's fulfilling, a life that is joyful, and a life that just feels good all around, right? Where you're contented, where you're grateful. And I guess that's my little topic. Well, I don't want to say my little. It's such an important topic to discuss. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take good care. Until my next video. Bye.